In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Today, for the first time in Israel's 76-year history, a situation has emerged that has left the nation in unprecedented turmoil. People are deeply confused, and the entire country is effectively shut down. The labor union has declared that they will neither let the economy function nor allow the country to operate. Everything is in chaos. Flights have been cancelled, schools and universities are closed, and all plans have been upended. The streets of Tel Aviv are flooded with people determined to bring the country to a standstill, saying that even if everything is destroyed, Netanyahu will be forced to face the consequences. Netanyahu's face shows visible fear as people have taken to the streets to arrest him. The situation is further complicated by Lebanon firing about 100 rockets at Israel within just 2 minutes. The rockets are causing widespread panic, with citizens receiving alerts on their phones as they take to the streets across the country. Today, it became clear that Lebanon is entering this conflict at a dangerous phase because they know that the Israeli population is already in turmoil. Since the deaths of 6 people, the public has refused to back down, and now they are firing missiles. This escalation is evident in the steps being taken by Lebanon, who has said it will not allow Israel to run its airports, shutting down all air travel. Lebanon's strategy seems focused on jamming the entire country, effectively crashing the economy. Iran has claimed victory, asserting that they have successfully brought the Israeli public to the streets, with Lebanon joining in this effort. Now, with rockets raining down, Lebanon has planned further missile strikes, adding to the pressure on Israel. The fear and panic among the Israeli population are intensifying, and they are now demanding that Netanyahu resolve the situation. The business community too has become involved, expressing frustration over the destruction of goods, delays in shipments, and shortages of essential supplies like oil and food. The Israeli economy is teetering on the brink of collapse, with the strike likely to continue until Netanyahu ends the war. The Israeli people are fed up, having endured a year of psychological torment. With 60% of the population suffering from sleep deprivation and PTSD, the mental health crisis is severe. Iran's deployment of a new defense system has further heightened tensions, warning that any attack on their ships will be met with force. The situation is spiraling out of control for Netanyahu, as Lebanon has demonstrated an unprecedented show of power, and now the threat of a complete economic shutdown looms large. Adding to Netanyahu's woes, the Israeli army has refused to enter Gaza in large numbers, a surprising and significant development. Many soldiers are now refusing to fight, leaving Netanyahu with a diminished military force. The media, which once praised the Israeli army, is now reporting on internal conflicts, signaling that the situation is beyond Netanyahu's control. Funerals are being held, and families are refusing to bury their dead until a deal is reached. Israel is on fire, roads are blocked, highways are in disarray, and the public is determined not to let Netanyahu escape accountability. The biggest concern now is that Lebanon might target Israel's power plants or electricity grid, which could lead to a catastrophic situation. Netanyahu has been forced into hiding, with increasing pressure from the United States. There are also rumors that top officials, including the army chief, might resign amid the economic shutdown. If the army chief resigns, all responsibility for the failed attack on October 7th could fall on the military, as war crimes accusations loom. Netanyahu's leadership is increasingly untenable, and the possibility of his government being toppled by the people grows stronger by the day. If Netanyahu is ousted, Israel could face a scenario similar to the political upheaval in Bangladesh. Hezbollah has already begun attacks, with rockets raining down, and the country is on the brink of collapse. International communication channels are abuzz, with contacts being made between Israel and the United States. The situation is further complicated by prisoners' issues, as the public is now saying they do not want to fight. Lebanon and Yemen have both stated that they will cease hostilities only if Israel stops the war. Middle Eastern countries like Qatar have warned against striking Iran, suggesting that a halt in the conflict could lead to negotiations. Israel is now facing an existential crisis. The people, who were brought from all corners of the world, are questioning whether they want to continue this fight. Many are refusing to bury the dead, halting trains and buses, and preparing for the closure of airports. The economy is on the verge of total collapse, with investors fleeing and fears growing that Israel might escalate the conflict by attacking a mosque, potentially triggering a full-scale war. Lebanon's strategy is clear. They aim to keep up the pressure with continuous attacks until the war ends, knowing that Israel's defeat would mark the failure of their long-term plans. In just 2 minutes, over 100 rockets have been fired, and the people are in the streets, sirens blaring as the situation spirals out of control.